Level 2 question. We have one observation, and then a little time passes between that and the second observation, and we've noticed that the moon has changed. And the common question is going to be, why? Why did that happen? Well, we can look at our notes to find the answer, and I'll bet you we'll also see the non-examples that are in here. Is it because the sun is closer? No. According to our notes, not so much. Is it because the rocks are different color? According to our notes, not so much. Is it because the position of the moon changed? According to our notes, absolutely. So that makes this level of questioning fairly easy for students to answer. This is the hardest one. Level 3. It's always the tricky where you've got to use all of your thinking. So this is not the same question as our level 1, where we just simply look for the half moon that's lit. This one's a little deeper. And this one's going to say, it's not lighting anything for you. These are just blank bodies, and you kind of have to figure out in your mind, well, what should be lit and what shouldn't. And in this particular question, we're just going to skip ahead. Could half of the moon that faces the Earth ever be completely dark in any of these diagrams? Well, let's look at this. So, we know that half of it's always going to be lit, and it's going to be the half closest to the sun. We can use our triangle method to just draw our little triangle and see, oh yeah, if this is half lit, that won't be completely dark. Now this one, with the sun here, we know this half is going to be lit. So this one, I'm going to say, yeah, the moon could be completely dark, the side that faces the Earth. Now what about this one? We know that when it comes from a new moon all the way over to here, this is a full moon. But we also have to remember that sometimes, in those rare times, at most 3 times a year, we do get a lunar eclipse. So this face that's facing the Earth could be dark. So we know that always that will occur there. And we know sometimes here. Now, could this one this half that's facing the Earth ever be dark? Never. And so, friends, those are really our 3 levels of questions. Okay, so this one, they're shading the parts for you, and you have to determine which part is shaded correctly and why. This one, we have to understand our moon phases and understand that the reason why we see the moon phase is because the positioning is changing and the angle of the light reflecting from from that sphery rock from that moon changes as it moves its position. And then here we have to determine whether or not the moon, the half of the moon that is facing the Earth, could ever be dark. And so for this one, we have to do a little bit of thinking. We might want to use our triangle method, or we might want to review our moon phases. But the key thing, friends, is to remember that sometimes 3 times per year at most, so it's pretty rare, we get a lunar eclipse. So it can be dark over here sometimes. All right, friends, thanks for watching. Remember to use these notes during your test. They'll help you, I promise.